Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I'm doing the 25 questions tag. I saw Deshauna do this a little while ago, so I will have her video linked in the description along with the original creator. So as stated, there are 25 questions. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. The first question is, what is your channel about? Obviously, the answer is books. Question 2 is, how old are you? I am 28. I will be 29 in January. Question 3 is, what is your relationship status? Legally single, but I am in a relationship, have been for going on 3 years now. Question 4 is, did you go to college / what is your occupation? I did. I got my bachelor's degree in business administration and my master's degree in higher education leadership. I am a higher education professional. I run a Center for Black Culture on a college campus. Question 5 is, where do you live / where are you from? I think most of you know that I live in Philly, but I am originally from Erie, Pennsylvania, which is the complete opposite end of the state. Question 6 is, looking back, what would you have told your 10-year-old self? I think at 10 I was mostly fine. At 11, shit started to get a little complicated. I probably would have told myself that it gets better. I probably would have also warned myself about the fact that I was gonna have more younger siblings, because that was a shock to me. I'll explain it now, because question 7 is, tell us about your family. So one thing that a lot of people don't seem to know is that I have 5 siblings. I have 1 older sister, 4 younger brothers. I am the second oldest, but I'm actually the middle child on one side and the oldest child of my other parent. So my sister is 3 years older than me, and then I am 4, 6, 13 and 15 years older than my brothers. I do have a favorite sibling though. It is the one that I'm 13 years older than. Question number 8 is, tell us your favorite holiday. Technically I count my birthday as a holiday, because why wouldn't I? But if I had to choose, I think I'd say Thanksgiving, not for any reason other than food. No one in my family cooks turkey outside of Thanksgiving, and I really like turkey. My sister hates it, but I like turkey a lot, so I just really, that meal, the Thanksgiving meal, is what is my favorite. Question 9, you have no budget, what is your favorite vacation? I've always wanted to go to Italy. I took Italian when I was in college, and after college I continued to learn it. I'm currently not doing it now, but I think I want to try Babbel. I was using Duolingo, and there were a bunch of things with the app that I just really disliked, so I stopped. But also, just like the food and the wine, I would definitely have a good time in Italy. 10 is, name your biggest pet peeves. Where do I even start? I actually think I'll go with miscommunication, because that's something that I hate in real life and in books. 11 is, what book changed your life? And I wouldn't necessarily say that the book changed my life, but it is one that I genuinely wish that I had as a kid. And I'm sure many of you won't be surprised that I mean Ray Bear. I've always been an avid reader, and honestly there just weren't a lot of books with Black girls in them or on the cover where they weren't slaves. So Ray Bear, when I first heard of it, I was so excited to read it, and then actually reading it, it was everything I would want from a fantasy novel, which is one of the reasons that it's still one of my favorite of all time. So yeah, I mean, look at her, isn't she pretty? Question 12 is, what simple invention changed the world? The internet, I guess. Is anybody else old enough to remember those big ass PC desktops that we had at home and at school, and we used them to play Oregon Trail? I don't know, I guess I'll go with that. Favorite movies and TV shows. If you follow me on Twitter, you already know I started watching the One Chicago World, so I'm watching Chicago Fire, PD, Med, and Justice, and I absolutely love them all, and I'm watching them in order, like the way that they actually aired, and there are crossovers between all 4 of those, as well as Law & Order SVU, and I absolutely love it. It's so good, and I'm so hooked. I will be suing NBC for emotional distress, because there is no valid reason that I have cried over this TV show so many fucking times. Also, I know that Kelly Severide is a fictional character, but that man deserves some sort of compensation, because he has been through it. I tweeted the other day that Severide is the Spencer Reid of Chicago Fire. If you watch Criminal Minds, Spencer went through it. This show, man, it's It's wild. And honestly, I've been neglecting a lot of my other shows because I've been so wrapped up in this. Like Rick and Morty came back, The Masked Singer came back. I have a few episodes of Alex versus America that I haven't watched. I really love food competition shows. If nobody knows that already, I absolutely fucking love them. Tournament of Champions is like my favorite show to watch during the summer. I'm obsessed. Bobby Flay has a new show coming out called Bobby's Triple Threat. That's some sort of competition thing. I love shit like that. Grey's Anatomy comes back next week and I kind of don't even care because Chicago Med. Describe yourself using 3 fictional characters. Elizabeth Bennet. As a child, I would always say Hermione, but I'm not gonna do that for obvious reasons. I don't know who else to say, I'm just gonna leave it at Lizzie. What is your dream job? So, the funny thing is, I essentially have my dream job. It is a mix of my 2 passions, which is event planning, which I've been doing for over a decade, and diversity and inclusion. I work specifically with Black students. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know there is literally just one thing that makes me hate my job. But if that thing were to be removed, this would quite literally be my dream job. Next question is, if magic were real, what spell would you want to learn first? Teleportation. Because sometimes you're out, you're around people, and I just want to go home. I just want to be left alone, you know? Next is to share a favorite childhood memory. I think most of my favorite memories as a child, in one way or another, revolve around my aunt. She passed away from breast cancer, and she was always the one that kind of got the family together. Anything with her in it is a favorite. Question 18 is, what is your favorite social media platform and why? I wouldn't necessarily say that I have a favorite, but I think I'm most active on Twitter. It's just an easy way to talk to everyone, so. The next question is, if you could pick any book character, who would you spend the day with? I actually think I would pick Leela from Arsenic and Adobo. I like her as a character, which is shocking because I usually really hate the main character in Cozy Mysteries, but also I want to meet her family. I want to try all the foods. I don't think I've ever had like authentic Filipino food, so I would want to try all the things. Next is, what is your spirit animal? I don't love this question, so I'm gonna do my favorite animal, which is wolves. I have had an obsession with wolves for a very long time. When I was in 3rd grade, we did a unit where we learned about wolves and how wolf packs operate, and we had like a fundraiser for a wolf pack that was on like this wildlife reserve somewhere, and they sent us pictures of the wolves and they were really pretty. So like our pack that we like adopted, there were 5 of them. I think 2 of them were twins. They were really cute, and I've just been obsessed with wolves ever since. There's this TikTok page with like, I guess they're called like wolf dogs. They're like normal dog, part wolf, but they're so pretty, but like also kind of terrifying. I want one. Question 21 is, what old person thing do you do? And here's the thing about me. I am an old person, okay? Technically, I'm 28, but my body thinks that we're 78. My knees are bad. I have back pain. Actually, my knees have been bad since I was 17, and it was a result of playing sports, but it kind of just like never really went away, and so occasionally I have to wear a knee brace. I also like to go to bed early whenever I can, honestly. If you know me, you know that I don't talk to people after 10 o'clock. Don't. And honestly, I'm thinking about changing that to 9 o'clock. Question 22 is, do you have a hidden talent? And no, I don't think I do. I like have no artistic ability. I can't sing. I hate writing. Oh my God, I hate this question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? With a different boss. Ideally, I would be doing the same thing that I'm doing now, possibly with an additional certification, and hopefully at the same place. It'd actually be really nice if I could stay in the same place because my students are 5-year, so it'd be nice to be able to see this freshman class graduate. 25 is share an item and tell us its significance. I'll just go with this. So this necklace is half of a heart. My half is gold, and my friend Denise has the other half. Hers is silver. She got this for me when I graduated with my master's degree. Denise was one of my best friends in college, and the fact that we're still in touch is important, and I think it's special. I don't keep in touch with a lot of people from high school or from college, and so I'm close with her and her sisters and her brother-in-law. She's been a constant since we met. We've seen each other through some tough shit. So yeah. And 25 is to tag some people, so I'm going to tag Robin, Emily, and Nat, if none of you have done this already. And anyone else, if you see this and you feel compelled to do it, consider yourself tagged. If you've done this before, let me know. I'd love to check out your video. But otherwise, that is all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.